Hi guys, hey friends, welcome to the new video. If you are new, subscribe, upload every day video, it's gonna help my channel 1000 subscribers. Check it out, my Patreon, link in the description. I upload some content right here, as you can see, trailer, sound packs, 3D models, behind the scenes, and different tutorials right here, yes. If you wanna support me, that would be fucking cool, because I wanna quit my stupid fucking job. Now, today I'm gonna show you how you can create very quickly portals in Blender. We're gonna use some particle systems and I'm gonna show you the two ways that you can do this, okay? Different kind of, you're gonna have different results. So, I am in Blender. If you are new, of course, go on the view. Navigation, walk navigation, right click, assign shortcut, Shift F and Shift F VSAD, you can travel in this 3D space. Now, select this cube by the left click, X and delete. Shift A, on the mesh I'm gonna choose plane. And I can rescale this by S and move the mouse, as you can see, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. Maybe I'm gonna create something like this, and GZ to move this plane up. What next? I'm gonna add circle, so Shift A, on the curve I'm gonna add circle, and you can of course rescale this by selecting by the left click S and move the mouse, as you can see, bigger, smaller. Now what do you want to do? I'm gonna rotate this by R, X, 90 and enter. So remember, if you want to rotate something, just select RX or maybe RY in the different direction, yes? RX 90, click enter. Now I'm gonna rescale this. We're gonna apply particle system and force field to this. So select this stupid plane, go right here on this icon, click plus to add particle system. If I'm just clicking spacebar, the particles are falling down, as you can see. That's cool. Now, we're gonna add some sphere, of course, too. So Shift A, on the mesh, I'm gonna choose stupid sphere right here. Bam. And the GX, I'm just moving this right here. Because we're gonna use this sphere as an object to those particles. Now, select this stuff. It's important to select this circle, and it's important to basically, the circle must be close to this stupid plane. So if you want to reproduce this, of course, select GZ, yes, GX or whatever, GY, and you just place in your circle close to this plane, yes. So I'm just selecting and GZ to move in this Z axis. Now, select this circle and we're gonna add force field. So select right here on this icon, select the circle by the left click, of course, and on this icon you have force field. And we're gonna choose on the circle curve guide. Bam. If I'm just gonna click spacebar, as you can see, I have my stupid portal. Let's go. And you can of course play around on those effects right here on the curve guide, because I can create smaller kind of stuff. Yes, of course you can rescale this the circle, but you have right here the shape. I'm gonna just turn this down, and right here I'm just playing around. As you can see, smaller portal, oh bigger. You get the idea. You can play around, as you can see. Yes, they have different effects. You can create different portals. Yes, if you want, as you can see, smaller, bigger, whatever. I'm gonna maybe keep something, or maybe you can create something like this. This looks like shit, but maybe you're gonna create this. You can just play around. Wait, yes, I'm just Control Z, yes, because my mouse is double clicking to go back. Now you can select, of course, the curve and play around, yes, the circle, and play around on those two values to have different results, yes, smaller, bigger, whatever. So maybe I'm gonna choose a different fucking result, something like this. This looks like portal. Now, what do you wanna do? Select this stupid plane. This is one way. I'm gonna show a different way too, of course. Select this stupid plane, go right here on this icon on the particle system. And of course on the render, you can change this to object and click on this icon and drop this to this stupid sphere. Basically those particles just turn to those spheres. And you have the scale roundness, you can play around right here. And you have the scale too, yes, right here. Bam! Whoa, this is fucking big portal. Let's go, yes. And if you are a beginner, just go on this icon, change the engine to the cycles, turn the values down right here, add the nether, of course, add the nozzle right here on the render, turn the values down. You have bullshit PC, go right here, and I have this portal, and I can adjust the scale of those particles, yes. Or maybe I want to have those smaller kind of portal results, yes. something like this. So I'm just playing around on the scale. And it's important if you are looking for some good results and those small kind of particles, it's important to add more those spheres. Because we have the number of particles, I have like 1,000 right here, yes? You can tap more. And you can open the children, and you have this second value, bam. And this just add 10,000 particles, basically. This just give me 10 times more. And on the viewport. But you have the render right here, and this give me like 100,000, 100 times more. So you can play around on those values if you want to add the children, yes? This just basically just give more of those particles right here, yes? And you can play around to adjust how many particles you are looking for, yes, to give you cool results. And it's important you want to select the sphere and click on this icon, maybe click new, or maybe you want to choose Blender Kit, yes, to add different material. But right here, click new, and go right here on the emanation, and you can add the emanation to it. Of course, I have my stupid color. This is my color, as you can see, yes. And I can change the color right here on the emanation. And like I said, if you have Blender Kit, just tap right here on the material, so emanation, and you're gonna have different results, yes. A different look to it. So we can play around on this fucking right here on the color, whatever it is. On this emanation right here. I have this stupid, I don't know what color it is, because I don't see colors. But whatever. So there is that. If you are done with this, because this is just one way to create this, yes? If you are like, yeah, this looks cool, I have many particles. Like I said, my advice, select, of course, plane, add on the particles, more particles. The more particles, the better results you're gonna have, okay? If you are like done, just go on the 0, of course, Shift F if you are using the same shortcut as I am. File ID, of course, to establish some stupid shit. And then it's important because I have my circle right here, yes, that I created, and I don't want to have this circle. It's important to bake this. So select this stupid shit, yes, right here on this plane. Go right here on the particle system, of course, and you want to open the cache, and you want to bake this. If you're going to adjust the number of particles, the size of those particles, yes, on this fucking render on the children too, yes, how many particles. And right here on the render object, you have the scale and scale randomness. If you are like, yeah, I have the numbers, let's go, you basically just open the cache, like I said, and choose bake, bam. And you can select this circle, X, and delete. And basically, the baking process is done, so I don't need this stupid circle, yes? So I have these results, as you can see. I have my stupid fucking portal, let's go, and it looks like shit. Like I said, the more particles, the better the results. I have bullshit PC, so my PC can't handle much particles. But if you have better PC, just add more. Like I said, this is one way to create this. And always remember, if you are ready to done, like, yeah, I want to fucking render this animation or whatever, delete this circle. Okay, just bake the animation, select this stupid plane, and go right here on the particles and bake, yes. You can, of course, delay the baking. So I'm gonna just Control Z this stuff because I need my stupid circle. What you wanna do? I'm gonna show you how you can render this. This is just one way. I'm gonna show a different way very quickly. So select right here on the circle, on this icon. You have the circles and adjust the values right here. Go right here. It's important to add on the film transparent too. If you're gonna render this, and go right here on this icon, change the folder right here, and change the format. If you want to have video, if you want to have bullshit stuff, you can play around. Okay, this is not tutorial about rendering. This is a tutorial how you create this stuff. So whatever, you just should later change this to render. Now I'm gonna show a different way because I hope you get it. This is like, okay, I have spherical shape, just particles are moving around my spherical shape because this is just faro guide, yes, curve guide, force field. I'm gonna delete this by selecting N. X and delete. Shift A. On the mesh, I'm gonna choose torus. I'm gonna show you a different way. I'm gonna rescale this by S and move the mouse. RX90, enter once again to rotate this on the X-axis. GZ to move this up, and S. Now, what do you want to do? I can add right here on the torus particle system. If I'm gonna just click plus and click spacebar, particles just falling down. So what I wanna do, I can open this fatal whatever it's called, and on the gravity just turn this down. Let's go. Great guess, right here. And the particles are floating in the fucking air. That's cool. This already gives me some kind of, I don't know, portal effect. And you can once again go on the render and change this to object and select whatever object you want. I'm gonna select this sphere because this is fucking tutorial, and you can see how this looks. Yes, oh, this looks fucking strange. And it's important, if you don't want to have this in render, this stupid torus, of course you don't want to have, or maybe you can apply this some cool material, but whatever. If you don't want to have this, it's important to right here on the render disclaim this show emitter, bam. And if you don't want to have this, of course, in the viewport, just open the fucking viewport display and just deselect this show emitter, and I don't see this stupid shit, and I just see the results how this emitter just give me is. And already this looks like okay, I have some particles falling down. Now I'm gonna just I hide this, so I just want to have this visible in this viewport. Shift A, you want to add force field, and you can add different force fields. So I'm gonna just place this force field and GZ to add maybe right here. Yes, I'm just choose force, and if I'm just gonna click spacebar and go right here on this icon, just select the force right here and go on this icon. You can play around on the fucking strength or whatever. This just give me this, as you can see, particles just falling to my force field, and I can move this force field down or whatever. And you can play around on those force fields because this force gives fucking strange results. Or maybe you can change the position, as you can see on this stupid shit. And this give me different fucking how to say, different results of the portals. And you can select this force field, and I just add force, but you can add maybe magnetic or harmonic. I'm gonna add fucking harmonic, and I can play around on the fucking values right here. Yes, so you have basically, always remember, if you're gonna create those portals, to have this kind of spherical shapes, yes, to it, of course, how to say, it's better to have spherical shape, but you can basically create different shape, yes, from different object. But it's good to have this kind of shape. You can go on the edit by clicking tab and just selecting those faces or whatever. Go on the right here, selecting those, and GZ. You can create different shapes of the portals, as you can see. Wee. And you can create, like I said, from different fucking objects. Yes. Oh, I have this stupid stuff. Yes, this stupid portal. Because depends whatever you want, but I will just show you the basics, how this basically works. Yes, because you can model in some stupid shape and create this portal, and you just using force. Of course, you just use object and force to apply different stuff to have different results, not this kind of like just follow curve guide. Yes, if that makes sense. So as you can see, I'm just playing around on those force fields, and I can apply the dipping right here, as you can see. And I have different fucking results. Always remember, if because this looks like cool, yeah, whatever, but always remember to basically go on the render view and go on the particles and see on the viewport, just delay it, how the this gonna looks basically. Yes. So I have this stupid portal, and you can, like I said, create different portals using just this technique. And you can add, of course, on the children right here, yes, on this particle system children, and add more particles, yes, to give you better results. I hope you get it. This is not complicated, guys. And of course, I'm gonna do the recap. I feel fucking, I don't know, I feel weird today. I feel depressed today. So this is one technique, like I said. Use some, I'm gonna do recap. On the curve, you can use circle, RX90, enter. You can, of course, reshape this circle too, yes, to have different shape by clicking tab, selecting more, maybe this, and GZ. I'm gonna place this stupid shape, yes, maybe. And Shift A, you must add source of the particle. So I'm gonna add this plane. So Shift A on the mesh plane, of course, click plus, and select this stupid circle, add force field, and add curve guide. And this give me this stupid effect, and I can play around on those stupid stuff. Just turn this value on the minus, and right here you can place those particles, yes, to have different fucking results, if that makes sense. And you can play around right here too on those values, but basically just play around on the stuff. So you have different fucking portals. This is one technique, yes, you're just using curve guide and particles just follow the curve, or maybe you just choose some, maybe object torus s rx90, wait guys, rx90, enter s, and of course you can reshape this, like I said, or maybe use this perfect circle g. I can, wait guys, you can go right here on this wireframe view, but first select this, click, go on the wireframe view and click tab, and you can select some faces and G to move to create different shape, yes, of the portal, and click tab, and this is my source. So I must go right here on the particles, click plus, and turn the gravity down. This is important stuff. Turn the gravity down on this fatal, blah, blah, whatever it's called. Right here, particles just follow, and always remember, of course, on the render, choose object and select your object that particle is gonna be. I'm gonna select sphere. You can, of course, select collections if you want. And always remember to add some material to the sphere, yes, some ammunition or whatever, because always they use it on some kind of portals in Marvel movies or whatever, yes, some ammunition kind of situation. Like I said, the more particles, the better. And you can add force field. So Shift A, on the force field, you can add different force field. You have, as you can see, and you can play around on those force fields. So I can add maybe vortex, and I can just rotate this, and I have different fucking, as you can see, effect to my fucking portal, if that makes sense. Yes. And like I said, always remember to adjust the values of those force fields. So you can go right here and you can add strength, you can play around with stupid shit. Yes, but don't get crazy. Maybe I'm gonna create some pack of those stupid portals because it's simple. Okay, you just play around with those stuff and just render this. And if you wanna render this, like I said, the more you're gonna add the particles, the better. I'm just showing the technique. I'm not showing you how it looks. I'm just showing you the technique. If you are ready to go, like, yeah, I just add fucking millions of particles or whatever. Just go on this icon, circle, cycles, add denoiser right here. On the film, you want to click right here, transparent, and right here, you can change this to the image, sequence, yes, or maybe video right here, and choose the folder, and you can fucking adjust the camera position. Let's go and click render animation. I hope you get it how this works. This is just simple stuff, guys. I feel depressed today. If they follow curve, okay, or maybe shift A and add circle and reshape the circle, or maybe add fucking torus, reshape the torus and add the force field, play around on the position of the force field, add the particle system. On the render, of course, choose fucking right here, object render. And it's important, like I said, if you don't want to have this object, yes, rendered, to show emitter on the fucking viewport. If you don't want to have this in viewport, and on the render right here, show emitter, and you don't gonna have this object that's create those particles on the render. If you're gonna click render, yes, image or animation. Very simple stuff. And like I said, add on the children more stuff and turn the gravity down on the stuff, on the mesh object, yes, and play around on the fucking shit. And always remember to bake this stuff. Bake this always, even if you're gonna use, like I said, the curve guide, bake this and delay the curve, delay this stupid circle, yes, or this technique like you use a mesh, just bake this stuff and you can basically render this. Thank you for watching this depressed fucking tutorial. I don't know, I am sleepy, it's late, okay. I am tired after job. Thank you for watching, see you on the next video. Like I said, maybe I'm gonna render like hundreds of green screen kind of stuff and add this on my Patreon. Why not? Because this is very simple. Thank you for watching this depressed tutorial. See you on another one. Bye guys.